And right, so we are going to be back getting ready for the matchup between TMG and MJM. So this is going to be Majiami going up against the Mighty Gibuses. So, you know, taking a look back at all the matches that were played, Majiami has been undefeated since week 1. They've been taking every round 2-0 each map. You know, they've been taking both maps all the way, so they have not lost a single map yet. Who knows if tonight might be the time? We'll have to wait and see. The Mighty Gibuses, on the other hand, in week 1 they went up against Bad Rats Gaming, where both teams got a map each. So definitely a pretty strong team as well. We saw how Bad Rats Gaming performed yesterday. They were definitely on the top form. For week 2, where the Mighty Gibuses went up against Cloud9, they won both maps as well. So coming up with week 4, they went up against Smite and they won both maps as well. So these two teams are pretty up there. So tonight's matchup might be something really might be an interesting matchup, basically. So just hang tight. It does look like most of the players are already inside the server. We can just hop in straight away to have a look-see and just wait for the thing to start. So just hang tight once again. This is going to be TMG going up against MJM, and we will be covering both maps for them, CP Snakewater as well as CP Sunshine. So those are the two maps that they will be playing tonight. So hang tight and just you know, just wait for them to ready up and then we can start. Okay, so we do have the roster for Majiami already. We can go through that really quickly. So for MJM, our scouts are going to be Sphere and Cabbage. Our two solis are going to be the Big Head and Moonlit. Asan will be our Devilman, and Himari is going to be our German Healy guy. So that is going to be the roster for MJM. And now for TMG, they are going to be finding a sub for their Soli. AsiaFortress, I believe he's unavailable. Come on, man, unavailable to play tonight. And so Sync is going to be the scout, Deadstar is going to be the other scout. AsiaFortress, well, AsiaFortress was supposed to be the Soli, but they are going to find a replacement for him. Waz is going to be the Soli. Teehee will be our Devilman, and Rusty is going to be our medic. So I'm not too sure if they're going to do a slight roster shuffle with Deadstar moving down onto Soli, and then they find a replacement scout instead. We'll just have to wait and see. So in the meantime, you know, just keep those votes coming. Keep those votes coming. So far, it's been a fairly even split. Oh, not anymore. TMG has a slight advantage. 57.1% of the votes have gone to TMG, with MJM only taking 42.9%. So we'll just have to see how things play out. Keep those votes coming in. And right now it's an even split down the middle. 50% of the votes go to MJM, with the other 50 going to TMG. So this is going to be a very, very interesting match. Predictions are really split down the middle. We will have to see how both teams perform tonight. We have seen how both teams have performed. MJM, of course, has been dominating so far. They have not lost a single map ever since week 1. As for TMG, they haven't lost a single map since week 2. So week 1 they lost one map because they went up against Bad Rats Gaming, and that map went into overtime, where they got that capture that secured them that map. So that the week 1 score was 1-1. From week 2 onwards, it was just 2-0 in favor of TMG. So tonight's match is going to be pretty interesting, with TMG going up against MJM. So really looking forward to it. Right, so I have gotten the updated roster for TMG. It is going to be Sync and B. They are going to be our scouts for tonight. Our Solis are going to be Dead Star as well as Waz. T-He is going to be our demo man, followed by Rust as our medic, who is currently not in the server at the moment. Not too sure if Rust is going to be coming back. Pretty sure he probably will be. Yeah, so we just have to wait for that. Oh my god, Asan, that's not good. That's not good at all. That's not a good. This is not a good. This is not good. Ah, jeez, man. Alright, so we're just gonna have to wait for the teammates to ready up and then we can start. So just hang tight. Right, so currently in terms of the votes, MGM is going to be leading over TMG. Excuse me, lots of invalid votes though because of voting for Taiwan and whatnot. But yeah, so currently MJM is the one that is currently leading the voting. We are still going to be waiting for the final player from TMG to come in before we can start. So yeah, just gonna wait for that final player to come in and then we can start the match proper. Once again, for those of you who are just joining us, this is gonna be the AsiaFortress Cup Season 10, Week 4 of the Division 3 brackets. So tonight's matchup is gonna be the Mighty Gibuses going up against Majiami. So two of the teams that are probably definitely in the upper tier of Division 3. Once again, MJM, they have not lost a single map since week 1. TMG have not lost a single map since week 2, where they went 1-1 against BRG in week 1. So these two teams definitely know what they are doing. And tonight we will have to see how they both perform. So any type of slip up, anything at all, I'm pretty sure either team, they will know how to capitalize on it. So they will have to be careful in what they do. They just have to know, well, just do a thing properly. So right, so just waiting on the final player from TMG to come in once again. Predictions are going to be in favor of MJM at the moment. All votes are heading towards MJM. Pretty sizable amount going to MJM over TMG. So we will have to see how they perform. You know, we will have to see how MJM performs tonight. We will have to see how TMG performs as well. So just hang tight in the meantime while we wait for the final player to join.
Outstanding shot! Nice shot! Negatory! Sir! Mission accomplished!
Right, so the votes are actually equal right now, so once again it's going to be split down the middle between MJM going up against TMG, so predictions are split down the middle once again. Everyone, nobody knows exactly who's the one that's going to take the map tonight. They are going to be playing two maps, of course. Once again, this is going to be Snake Water, followed shortly after by Sunshine, so those are the two maps lined up for tonight. This is AsiaFortress Cup Season 10, Division 3 bracket for the Week 4 matchups. TMG, the Mighty Gibuses, going up against MJM, Majiami. So we've got that lined up for us. We are just going to be waiting on Rusty to rejoin the server. I believe he's just trying to reconnect in once again. So we just have to wait for him to come in, and then we can just you know, carry on straight away without any hitches. So just hang tight. Just hang tight. Right, so players to look out for. You know, of course, as we've been seeing, as we've you know, seen during the Week 1 matchup, Dead Star, of course, is going to be an exceptional solly that we have to look out for. Well, it does look like we are going to be going live right now. Are we gonna go live? Why is the ready up thingy still up on the... no, it's not there anymore. Okay, so here we go live on the next restart. We are going to be following us on his rollout this time around. And for those of you who are just joining us, this is going to be AFC Season 10, Week 4 of the Div 3 matchups. TMG going up against MJM. So Asan, we are going to follow him for his rollout. He's going to be the demo man for MJM. So let's see how he reaches mid. Relatively smooth sailing, if I do say so myself. He is going to reach mid relatively quickly. Already going to be spamming out his stickies to pop out as much, as much damage as he can. Scouts are going to be rotating up top, trying to get the damage down onto the demo man. Slowly going to be jumping up top as well. Arsan gets taken out. Sphere gets taken out as well. Cabbage of Love getting a little bit low. He does back out to get the health back. Himari getting extremely low, down to the dangerous range of 69. Oh boy. Mara is going to be using the Crits Creek this time around, so very, very different play, not running the Uber charge. Rusty did go down during the mid-fight, so 0 heal, 0 charge for the side of TMG. So MGM currently fully charged, ready to go with the Crits Creek. MGM holding on to that Crits Creek. They can pop it, and there we go. It is going to be popped. The Solly gets taken down. There we go. The Solly gets denied and taken down. Absolutely lovely shots coming out from Sinky and B working together. The Solly Moonlit gets taken down. Himera falls shortly after. Sinky and Rusty are going to be the only 2 players up at the moment. Hang on, give me a shot mode.
Alert. The control point is being contested.
Due to some technical real-life issues, I'll be right back. Give me like a few minutes. Professionalism at its best.
Alert. The control point is being captured. We have secured the control point.
Yeah, so real life stuff is taking place at the same time as the matches. The final point is going to be contested right here by the TMG players. They are going extremely strong, and there we go finally. The first point goes in the hands of TMG straight away. So very, very fast match going down. First point going into favor of TMG. So very, very nice plays coming out. Yeah, so I will have to go AFK again later on, so it's going to be a little bit troublesome. I will find a workaround around for it at the, in the meantime. The mid-fight is going to be on the way. TMG will be losing 2 players. Rusty does go down as well, with losing the Devilman as well. So Big Head is going to be the only player down for MJM, with Cabbage of Love getting taken down extremely low and finally getting finished off. But 3 players are going to be down for the side of TMG, with 3 players going down for MJM as well. But Himera currently still up at 75% charge on hand. She is going to be using the stock Medigun once again. So Uber charge instead of Crits Creek this time around. There is going to be the fake Uber being called out. The Scout is going to try to get the force, but it doesn't matter when there's no Uber to pop, so the Scout does get denied. Sinky does eventually get taken down, so Himera will survive with that lovely 95% charge on hand. She will be able to have that Uber charge ready to go the moment they decide to push into last. So Sinky is going to be down. Rusty only at 50% charge. They do have a large window of opportunity to push into last, so this point could go into the favor of MGM straight away. They are just going to buff up all their players before they decide to commit to any push at all. MGM are going to be grouping up together on the right side Shutter before they decide to push in. They are going to buff up everybody before they decide to do anything at all. Uber is going to be popped. Here we go. Himera pops the Uber onto Moonlit, I believe. Moonlit is going to try his best to push forward and capture as many points as possible to take down the Sentry Gun. The Sentry Gun is currently still up at the moment. The Engineer does get taken down. There we go. The final point there is going to be people stacking the point already. Loads of capture time on the point. The Scout tries his best to defend the point, but it's not going to do enough at all. And there we go. The score is going to be 1-1 in favor of well, nobody. It's a tie at the moment. So once again, I have to go take a look at excuse me, take a look at real life stuff that I have to look into. In the meantime, I will try to find a caster to do coverage for this matchup. So just hang tight.
Alert. The control point is being captured. Alert. The control point is being contested. We have captured the control point.
On the point! Numbnuts!
Doc, come on, man!
Thanks, Doc.
Medic! Medic! Come on, man! Medic!
Thanks, Doc.
Alert. The control point is being contested.
Medic! Medic!
Doc, come on, man!
Medic! Fully charged! Thanks, Doc. I am charged! Thanks for the aid!
Medic!
I am charged! Medic! I am fully charged! Medic! Thank you, Doctor! Ready to charge! Ready to charge!
Medic!
Yeah, thanks, Doc. This way!
Hello?
Charge!
Okay. Hi, Phonics.
Hello. I left a token, by the way.
Yeah, it's not my idea, but
Yeah, I know.
Alexander sort of has real-life issues right now, so we're supposed to fill in for him for a little bit. But we're trying to get the password into the server, so we're just gonna talk shit while I do that.
Can stream hear us though? I don't think stream can hear us yet.
He did. I asked him. He said that he's
Oh,
setting
yeah.
the stream up to pick up audio.
Oh, I can hear it now.
Okay,
The
great.
delay.
Alert. The control point is being captured. control point.
No one is responding. Oh gosh.
Who are you asking?
Himari.
Oh, she's in game though.
But the point is that all of them in the game are the ones who know the password.
Where's Alex?
Okay, I got the password.
Our control point captured. Alert, our last control point is being captured. Victor.
Follow me, Doc.
Yeah, thanks, Doc.
Doc, come on, man.
Okay, I'm in.
The control point is being captured.
Okay, so I think I missed a bit, but
The control point is
Majiami seems to have 2 rounds. TMG got 1.
Come on, Doc, follow me.
Oh god, I have no idea what just happened. Well, it seems Majiami just won a mid-fight, so they're coming in taking second.
The control point is being contested.
Teehee getting caught out there. Not sure what he was doing. He stayed in there way too long. But thankfully everyone else got out. It seems to be an even Uber, so we'll have to see which team decides they want to go for some play.
Thanks, Doc.
Well, we see a sniper coming up from Sinki, but Majiami just wanting to go straight from the right side, not waiting for anything.
Control point is being contested.
Sticky's catching out TP again, but no one's finishing him off. Finally, the Scots are getting him. Oh gosh, Vonix is having trouble connecting as well. Oh no.
I don't think I can connect because the server is full.
It's okay, I can kick Alexander. Oh wait, I don't have admin access on HK. This is a disaster. I'm gonna be watching Asan. I'm not sure which player Alex's view is on, but we see Asan getting a nice sticky on Teehee in the beginning. I'm not sure what he intends to do. He's just putting up some general spam on the combo. But players are just dropping for Majiami right now, and they don't seem to want to go in. Okay, they do. What is going on? They just win the fight at mid right there.
We have lost the control point. Alert, the control point is being captured.
I am charged.
We have lost the control point.
What's the matter? You freaking stupid?
Okay, so Ubers are equal again on both sides. Both teams not getting any off classes or whatever. They're just trading spam, I guess. I'd like to see like a roamer going in on Majiami's side, just trying to get something done. Maybe he can come back as sniper. Nope, they're actually rotating to the right side, sending in a roamer, but he doesn't get anything done. That sucks, I guess. So I guess TMG are gonna start pushing in now. But no, Majiami is actually going right in. They're not afraid at all. Ubers are being exchanged on last here. Himari getting pressured out. She actually gets taken down. And
Control point is being contested.
it's just Spear and Moonbit, and they actually take the fight and cap. Oh, the score? Someone just messaged me. The score is 4-1 in favor of Majiami. We see both demos reaching mid relatively around the same time. Both scouts taking top right for TMG, but they don't seem to be able to pressure the soldiers off. Deadstar going deep in, but doesn't seem to get anything done. Waz going in as well on a double bomb, but the scouts from Majiami are just too strong and don't let them do anything, I guess.
I am charged.
We see Spears going behind, trying to go on the medic, but I don't think he can get him. Both the demo and the scout are pressuring him. And he actually gets a force off, so this is going to be a very favorable defense for Majiami here. They're going to be able to take second. I actually don't understand why Majiami is holding so far back. They have like a whole Uber advantage. They should be going in here. Well, we see the flank going into mid right now. They're trying to get some damage off on the medic, but he gets away.
The control point
Uber's popped on mid. The scouts for Majiami are just going in trying to do some cleanup, but they get caught out. And the combo for Majiami is just way too deep in here. Uber's popped for TMG, they get Himara. Both the soldiers are stuck in kitchen, both are low. I'm not sure what they can do. Gets picked off. Only Moonlit is behind, he gets picked off by B as well. So that was... I don't know. That was very sloppy from Majiami when they used their Uber way too early. They should have just went on the mat immediately.
alert. Our control point is being captured.
So I guess this looks like a free second for TMG, and with a 30% Uber advantage, they're just gonna come in once they get their Uber. See an off class from Choo Choo. He's sniping from the right side, seeing what he can get. But I think TMG already know, and they're trying to avoid the sniper sightline. A sentry actually going up on the left side gets taken down immediately by Deadstar, so that's pretty unsuccessful. Choo Choo just being even more aggressive on the right side here. Like, I also don't want to sound monotone, but there's literally nothing going on. So I can't possibly be excited. Well, did start going in, trying to get a force off on Himera, doesn't get it. That's one pick for Majiami, they should be trying to do something with this. Cabbage of Loves is trying to get some ground here on lobby. I think they're preparing to move in. Well, I guess not, so there goes their player advantage.
Medic!
Majiami actually coming really close to Labi. I think they want to try and get something done here. Oh, Majiami, they're coming really close. They popped their Uber, trying to get the force off on TMG. They do get it. The rest of Majiami just immediately backs off. I think that was a good call to just exchange the Ubers. But Himari immediately gets picked off. Bad idea. Players dropping on both sides, but there's still the sentry on Majiami's side. Let's see if they can delay this long enough for their players to spawn. Nicely done by Asan getting that scout down. And we see Cabbage on the medic trying to get him down. But Teehee also gets taken down by the demo. Well, Deadstar actually jumping for the medic again, but he doesn't get it, so he just backs out. Big hit going for a big jump behind on grass, gets taken out by Sinky immediately. And we see two from TMG actually trying to leak behind here, gets taken down by Asan immediately. That was very nice response from MJM though. And this just has to be like the longest last fight I've ever seen. They're just not capping second for some reason. TMG have a slight ad, but I don't think they want to push on this. Both teams just feeling each other out. Trading spam. I want to see some sniper off classes, man. Oh, 2 players down for TMG. Majiami are gonna take this push, man. Big jumps by the soldier in, trying to get the force off on Rusty. They don't get it, but Rusty still has to pop anyway to save his players. Nice work by Sphere and Cabbage, just cleaning up the damage done by the soldiers and demo. And Asan just setting up some stickies on mid. Deadstar going on Himari again, but doesn't seem to get the rockets off.
The control point is being contested.
Yeah, I apologize for my voice, I'm just Asian. With a 50% Uber ad for Majiami, this looks like a free second for them.
Alert. The control point is being contested.
TMGB getting taken out. Oh no, I shouldn't be laughing.
We have secured the control point.
40% ad for Majiami, they're coming in on the left side into last. There's no off classes for TMG, I don't think they'll be able to hold this.
Alert. Control point is being captured. Alert. The final control point is being contested.
Wow, players just getting cleaned up by TMG here, but somehow Big Hit gets the cap. So we can't exactly watch one of the demos since I don't have control of Alexander's cam again. But I think we're gonna see Asan reaching mid much faster than Teehee. Doesn't really get any stickies off from both sides. But you see the scouts trying to get some ground on top. Wounded going for a huge jump, doing lots of damage. And it seems Majiami has this mid. Cabbage of Love is sneaking behind, he's trying to get something done. Gets one frag on Deadstar, but gets picked off in the end. B going in for a force, but doesn't get it.
Alert. The control point is being captured.
Right, what did I miss?
Nothing.
Okay, so the scores are
Our
5 to
Lord
1
and
now.
Savior
Wow.
is here. Thank you.
Okay, so scores 5 to 1 in favor of MJM. Apparently, they've been dominating so far. Who are the key players so far that you've been noticing?
Well, oh gosh, I alt-tabbed out. The ones that you want to be watching out for are Choo. I'm not sure what his name is right now.
Right.
And for TMG, that would be Bitstar, but okay, MJM, Choo is Sphere, so he's actually like a Div 2 scout, but he's playing in Division 3 right now. If you look at the logs, he's always doing insane amounts of damage for his team.
B though, B jumped in and got the force onto Himari, so that's the Uber gone for MJM. So nice bomb coming in from B. They do not have that Uber to contest this point anymore. It does look like most of them are going to be backing out. Himari, she has backed out all the way to the the corridor area towards last already. They are going to be backing out all the way. They've only got 3 players up at the moment, with TMG of course still with their full roster, and of course they still do have that lovely Uber charge on hand, and they do already have that point. So they all have to do is just rush the point. The Uber is going to be popped right here. The Solis are going to be bombing in to try to take down as many people as possible. Moonlit being the first one to bite the dust during the last fight. Sphere getting a little bit low. He's going to be buffed up by his medic Arson down to 20 health. Tries his best to defend the point, but it's just not enough. We do see a heavy on the point already. Cabbage trying his best. The medic alone on the point. The only person up is going to be Deadstar. He is going to be the scout for TMG. He is going to be hiding on the right side, waiting to see if he can get that back cap going down. Good effort coming out from TMG. They did try to get the
But
final
their
point.
target priority is pretty terrible. They should have been on Chimera.
Yeah, but good effort, nice try. They do lose that last push. They lose this point as well. So it does look like another. It's going to be another fight. Himari does have full Uber charge, so we'll just have to see what she can do with that. There we go. Uber is going to be popped on the Soli for MJM. They are going to try to push forward to capture as much territory as possible. They are going to go back to stack the point to get that middle point into their hands. MJM looks like the midpoint is going to go to them in the end, with TMG currently at a 70% Uber charge. That's about 40% in advantage. You do see Moonlit trying to get the aggressive bomb, but lands a bit short. Is going to get destroyed even before he can do anything. So TMG players are still all up and healthy. You do see Rusty already going to get that charge, so they might be able to do a counter push. Just a matter of if they decide to or not. So Sinky is going to be the first scout to be in already. He is going to be very, very aggressive. He does eat a lot of damage though, taking him down to 30 health. The medic all alone going out. What is going on? The medic pops the Uber on himself, walking onto the mid like all alone, with only Sinky coming in shortly after. He is going to be destroyed by Sphere. So not too sure what was going on right there. Rusty went in totally alone, not with anyone else beside him. He just walks in, pops the Uber with he's pretty lucky that the players follow in afterwards and do back him up in the end. So midpoint will go into the hands of TMG. MGM once again are going to be on their back foot, but they do have that Uber charge, so they are going to be ready for any pushes that TMG decides to come in with. But only a minute and 22 seconds left on the clock for the server time. The current score is going to be 5 to 1 in favor of MGM. They do pop the Uber right now to push forward into mid, but a minute and 12 seconds to get up, 5 to 1. It's a really tough thing, if not impossible thing to do. So it does look like the first map will go into the hands of MJM. Majiami will be able to take the first map, CP Snakewater, for, it is going to go to them. Less than a minute left on the server clock. So let's just do a quick review since I wasn't here almost all the time. In terms of performance, you did mention that we have to keep our eye out on Dead Stars, even Sphere, all these players. But in terms of teamwork, who do you think is the one that has that are working together better?
Oh, definitely Majiami.
Right.
Although TMG, they all speak the same language compared to Majiami, because Majiami is half Taiwanese players.
Yep.
And Yeah, but I think because of the sheer amount of experience that Majiami have over TMG, it just breaks any language barriers.
That's right. Yeah, we do see the Sully coming in for the bomb though. Himari finally gets taken down, but doesn't really matter when there's 4 seconds left on the clock. TMG trying the best, throwing all the bodies onto the point, but it doesn't matter. There we go. First map is going to go into the favor of MJM, 5-1. Of course, we are going to bring up these stats in a bit. Top damager is going to be Moonlit with a whopping 8.4 thousand damage, 284 damage per minute right there, followed shortly after by Waz at 8,000 damage and Deadstar at 7.7. So those are going to be the top 3 damages coming in from both teams, with TMG dominating in terms of damage, but in terms of capture points, you know, falling a little bit short, getting only 1 capture point in the end, 1 round win, I believe. So in terms of medic stats, relatively equal. The heal ratio is going to be we just changing map, so the heal ratios were roughly about the same, you know, healing the Solly, the demo, and then Solly again. So it's a common heal ratio that we always see during Sixes matches, where the pocket generally gets most of the heals, followed by the demo man. So for the next map, which is going to be CP Sunshine, do you have any predictions going down?
I think it's just gonna be the exact same thing, but we never know, because you know how Sunshine is a relatively new map, so a lot of teams actually haven't adapted. Like even when I scrim with my team, sometimes we just completely forget about the flanks, and then these 2 scouts just run in, they cap Lighthouse, and then they just rush the last, and there's nothing we can do about it.
Yep.
So it just depends on whether these teams can adapt.
Right, so yeah, like you mentioned, Sunshine is there are lots of areas where you can flank from. You can come from Cafe, you can come in from Valley, even on the last point you can come in from Dungeon or left or right. So lots of areas where the respective teams can come in from, lots of areas where they can decide to push through. So they will have to play around that, so they will have to keep their eyes out and ears open to make sure that they are watching all their flanks and stuff. So this is going to be CP Sunshine, the second map for tonight. Of course, we will go into Twitch chat as well to get some predictions going on, so just key in whatever you think is going to go down, be it 5-0, 5-2, or who knows, it might even be a close match.
I think we'll also have to pay attention to the mid fights, because not many teams scrim frequently on Sunshine, so if they don't scrim enough and they don't know what's their game plan at mid, it can be disastrous.
That's true. So mid fights are definitely. Which class do you think will be the one to dominate during mid fights, Demoman or Solis?
I think the mid for Sunshine is actually quite large, so I think the scouts definitely should be trying to stay alive and doing the cleanup.
Yep, so lots of flanking room for the scouts, also space for them to run and jump around, especially during the mid-fight. Of course, there is going to be lots of space for Solis and Devilmans to fly about. They can land on the midpoint on the second floor upper inside the bell tower, rain down some rockets and stickies, and it's just going to be a living hell for the other team. So once again, of course, Devilmans will be key in terms of territory control, where they just spam out stickies to make sure that nobody can make their way to the point. And of course, we have seen one of the matchups yesterday, I believe, where BRG, they did clump up at choke, and that was, you know, that was a huge mistake. They almost got fully wiped. So they will have to know, you know, to spread out and whatnot. So I'm pretty sure these two teams, they do know what they're doing. So MJM, of course, they have been showing their definite prowess so far. Haven't lost a single map since week 1. So far, they have taken the first map on Snakewater as well. So we'll have to see how they play on Sunshine. So once again, for those of you who are just joining us, this is going to be the AFC Season 10, the AsiaFortress Cup Season 10, Division 3 bracket for the Week 4 matchups. Tonight we have TMG, the Mighty Gibuses, going up against MJM, Majiami. So we are going to be watching them play CP Sunshine. This is the second map for tonight, and the second and last map for tonight. So if MJM takes this round as well, they will still remain undefeated. So let's just see if TMG can turn things around.
3, 2, 1.
It does look like we are going to be going live. I'm going to be following T-He for his rollout to mid. And we are going to be going live on the next restart. So here we go. And we are live. So this is going to be TMG going up against MJM on CP Sunshine. He is going to be coming up from Valley, reaching around the same time as Asan does. They are going to be spamming out their stickies to deny as much territory for the other team as possible. We do see loads of rockets being tossed about. Of course, we do see two of the TMG scouts sticking relatively close together, contrary to what we see with MJM doing their scouts flanking about all the way around. So we do see the aggressive Solly Bomb coming in, taking out TMG. T-He straight away. Currently only have Rusty, Deadstar, and Sinky, the only ones up. Well, not Deadstar anymore. Deadstar is Dead Star, so only Sinky and Rusty are the only players up for TMG, with MJM dominating the mid fight. So, in terms of placement and just generally what they did, what did TMG do wrong during the mid fight?
I think we should focus on the push that they're coming in on here.
They are just going to be pushing to last relatively unhindered. But Rusty did have his Uber charge and did not pop that Uber. He managed to save it. So there you go. Both teams do trade their Uber straight away. Himari's Uber is going to fade. We do see Big Head currently going extremely aggressively, trying to take down the medic, but just not enough. Himari is still around the point, but at 14 health, he is going to be taken down by Deadstar's Tomislav. So only Asan up at the moment is going to be backing out all the way to mid. So nice try by MJM for that final push. TMG Rusty probably saved the day with his Uber right there. So Rusty's still alive. He's going to build up his charge right now as we speak. The lighthouse goes back into the hands of TMG, so another mid fight will be underway. Nothing much going on at the moment. Both teams are just building up their charges. Rusty and Himari currently relatively equal, both about 80-odd percentage, with Rusty going to get his charge up relatively quickly, already at 99% with charge on hand. So here we go. Both teams do have Uber already ready to go. So it's going to be a matter of, well, Deadstar is the first one to bite the dust. He does go down in Valley, I believe. Sphere is going to follow shortly after. It does look like MJM are going to be pushing in through Valley. The two Solis trying to bomb in to get damage down. With Moonlit coming in with extremely low health. The Uber does save his life, so both teams do trade the Ubers. Lighthouse currently still in the hands of TMG. The medic from TMG getting bombed about. He is going to back out through the shutters. The Soli does rotate around through the dungeon. So mid-fight did not happen at all. They just pushed forward in the end once a couple of players dropped down for TMG. Asan will be destroyed shortly after, and Lighthouse will go into the hands of MJM once again. So they are going to be waiting for that final push, waiting for either number advantage, pick, drop, or pop. So in the meantime, they are just going to be waiting and building up charges. No off-classing for the side of TMG at the moment. No NG Heavy or Spy or even Sniper.
Not sure if Majiami knows they have a slight pad of about 30%.
Yeah, so once they get the charge, they can actually push in straight away. They do have that sizable lead. They are going to have that charge ready to go in 5% with Rusty only at 60, so that's a full 40% Uber advantage. But they are still hanging a little far back. The more time they waste is the more time given to Rusty to build up his charge.
Yeah, I think they don't realize this is very sloppy.
Yeah, so probably not much Uber tracking going on. They probably still believe that Rusty didn't lose charge or anything. So they are going to back out all the way to the lighthouse. So what could have been a possible last point push turned out to be a, well, very bad delay. Just in the end, Rusty did get his charge up and ready. So not too sure if they were keeping track of Ubers, but both teams do have Uber on hand right now. It's just going to be another waiting game. Deadstar is going to be coming up from the dungeon this time around. He's going to rotate around to try to locate the medic, but a little bit too late. The stickies do take him down. So nice try by Deadstar. The number advantage goes into the hands of MJM, but once again both teams still do have that Uber on hand. So Himari has the Uber, so does Rusty. Big Head tries to go in for a bomb, but he's just destroyed later on. The Scout gets destroyed as well, so that's 2 players down for MJM. Cabbage and Big Head are going to be down, so no pushing is going to be coming in anytime soon. TMG does look like they are going to be pushing forward into Lighthouse. The players from MGM are going to be backing out. So what could have possibly been a capture just turned out to be a, you know, they're losing their point. They're losing the Lighthouse. There we go, the Uber is finally going to be popped. Lovely air shot denying Moonlit from doing anything at all. Himari tries to go in to get things done, but it's just not enough. And there we go, the Uber flash, the body blocks, and the Himari eats a rocket to the face. So that is the medic down for the side of MJM. And Rusty does go down as well, so lovely scattergun coming out from Cabbage of Love, finishing the job. So both medics will be taken down straight away. And the Lighthouse currently still in the hands of MJM. So despite them pushing out, taking out Himari, they still lost their medic and they didn't manage to capture the point. So not very good coming down at all. So
I think it was a good idea to exchange the Ubers to defend Lighthouse, but the combo just stayed in way too long and Himari just couldn't get out.
Right. So, but the nice air rockets coming out from the TMG players, they did deny Moonlit from bombing in. So, lovely shots coming out from TMG. They did.
Yeah, we're actually seeing very good rockets from both teams right now.
So once again, it's just going to be another waiting game where both teams decide to build up their charges. We do see the Scouts building up charges, so I believe Cabbage is going to be with his Boston Basher while Himari just heals him up to get that charge going. Not doing a very good job though. Cabbage currently still fully buffed. Sphere does get destroyed while they are trying to build that charge up. Himari at 75%, contrary to Rusty's 75 right now as well, so not much of a building went on at all. Cabbage does spot Deadstar, the Scout, inside the right side. They do trade a couple of shots, but nothing else other than that. And Himari will have Uber on hand, followed by Rusty shortly after. No off-classing from either side. TMG players, no heavy spy sniper once again, so not too sure if there was any off-classing on the previous map, or if just the team decided not to off-class at all.
They ran lots of NGs and snipers.
Lots of NGs and snipers, right. So no NGs run this round, no NGs ran around this round, no snipers either. TMG players currently still trying to defend their last. The Scout coming in, trying to get work done, gets lots of damage down onto one of the players. Sphere does take down B. Stinky trying his best to defend the last point, and there we go, the Uber is going to be popped. They do push into last. Himari currently trying to stack the point. Stinky trying to do his best to defend the point, but loads of players going down. Rusty currently the only player up, or was the only player up, and doesn't matter anymore. He has stacked the point, and the score is going to be 1-0, and finally the first round comes to an end. 1-0 in favor of MJM. So off the bat, we're seeing TMG Scout. They are going to be flanking around to try to gain more ground for the team. They do manage to push Himari back into Cafe all the way around to choke. So that looks like the territorial advantage goes to the hands of TMG. They are going to be able to get the mid-fight going down into their favor. The midpoint is going to go into their hands as well, while the rest of the TMG players are going to slowly make their way forward. So TMG Sinky tries to clear the sticky traps, but he's not paying attention at all. The Uber gets forced in the end. Rusty is going to have to pop his Uber, with Himari currently still holding on to her Uber. So there we go, the Ubers are going to be countered. All the players from MGM are going to be shiny. They are going to be able to defend their Lighthouse relatively easily, while with the TMG players backing out to mid. So despite them capturing mid, sort of dominating in a way, the mid fight, it doesn't look like that charge went to good use at all. So charges were counted in the end. They do look like the MGM players are going to be pushing forward to the mid. Teehee was taken down, Deadstar was taken down as well, so that is going to be a slight number advantage in the hands of MGM, allowing them to capture the midpoint. Sinky trying his best to build charge for his medic. Currently they are already up at 85, so they will have the charge up relatively earlier than Himara's charge, currently only at 70%. So full charge in the hands of TMG. They will be able to get that push or defense down. Himara's charge at 80% already, so if they don't do anything about it, the charge will go into their hands. So doesn't look like they are going to do anything about it. No aggressive bombs, anything at all, no forces, no picks. So both teams will have Uber on hack.
I guess right now they're just waiting for either side to make a mistake. They don't want to risk going for a bomb or anything.
Most of the MGM players are going to be rotating through Cafe, Himara, the Solly, as well as the Scout Capture of Love. Moonlit wants to go in. It does look like Moonlit wants to commit to this push. The aggressive bomb going down, trying to get the force down onto the medic. Himara is going to pop her Uber first. Rusty currently still holding on to his. There we go. The Ubers are going to be traded. They are going to have to back out. Their Uber is going to end right here. Sinky is going to be aggressively chasing them down into Cafe. The medic gets taken down. Sinky whips out the pistol to finish the job. Moonlit does get taken down shortly after. So Sinky making short work of the MGM players. Currently they only have Asan up. He's going to back out all the way through their choke. So once again the midpoint is going to go into the hands of TMG. Contrary to what we've been seeing in the previous map, at least contrary to what the scores were, the 5-1 I believe. It does look like on CP Sunshine they are going to be relatively equally matched. It is a relatively new map after all, as you've mentioned, so we'll just have to see how they decide to play around on Sunshine. Uber is going to be popped by TMG. They are going to aggressively push in and try to take down as many people as possible. There is going to be someone trying to capture the midpoint, but they are going to stack the lighthouse, so there's nothing that the person on the midpoint can do. I believe it was a Solly or a Demoman. Big Head, yes, Big Head was the one on the midpoint. It does look like they are going to try to push in to last. The Stinky Traps do take down Sinky straight away. We see his ragdoll kissing the floor right there, so there we go. MGM trying their best to capture. Trying their best to capture Lighthouse, but they do back out with TMG players defending their point. So charge is going to go into the hands of Himara. They could possibly push out. They do have that relatively sizable advantage. They are going to be hanging a little bit far back though. We do spot the medic on top at these at the lighthouse. Death Star trying his best to flank around to get onto the point, but the two Solis will rotate around to defend. TMG trying to go to do any damage to anyone at all. Himara still holding on to that charge, as will Rusty. Both teams do have one Soli down, with wires coming up in 2 seconds. So we are going to see them have another Mexican standoff. I'm just going to wait for numbers advantage. The 3 words once again, the pick, pop or drop, and before they decide to push. So it's just another waiting game.
We're still not seeing any off classes.
That's right. So MGM still no off classing, not a single engineer, not a single 7th man put up yet. There we go, as right as we speak of it. No, not anymore. Sphere is going to be the one on Sniper. So for a moment there, Cabbage was a heavy weapons guy, but he did switch back to a Scout. So
but Choo-Choo's actually on Sniper now. You might want to watch him.
Yep, so we are going to be on the perspective of Sphere. He's going to be the sniper. He does spot the Demoman coming up from the right side, but he does miss his shot, so he's going to keep watching to make sure to get any picks at all. And the Solly tries to get the Himara, but the lovely headshot goes down onto B, so lovely defense coming out from Sphere. He does deny that Solly from doing any damage to Himara at all. He gets the shot down onto the Demoman as well, so they have to be aware. They are definitely aware that there is going to be a sniper for the MGM side, so they are going to be very, very cautious, trying not to pull off any mistakes, any overextending. The Scout tries to take the sniper down, but gets denied and destroyed in the end. So Moonlit making short work of Dead Star, and slight number advantage into the hands of MJM. Sphere is probably going to go back into spawn to switch out to Scout once again. There we go. They are just going to maintain their stand. They are just going to wait at last point once again to defend last. Once again, Sphere still went back to Scout, but they are still going to maintain their hold on last. Sphere is going to go back to Sniper once again. So just once again, they're just going to wait for Sphere to get a pick to give them any opportunity to push. push out. Of course, the optimal pick for Sphere will be to get the medic, totally negating that charge and just allowing them to push forward unhindered. So see the heavy Solly, sorry, coming out from the left side. B tries to get a couple of rockets down. The scout does try to peek out as well. Does look like they are going to be pushing in. Himari does pop her Uber, so that is going to be the Uber gone for the side of MJM. It was a defensive Uber. Himari is going to be at 54 health, rotating back into the spawn room to get
TMG are coming from lower.
Yep, there we go. So TMG with the aggressive push coming in. Waz does get taken down. The Uber is still currently up for TMG though. The scout Sticky trying to go to work onto the point. No Demo Man Stickies coming out. Teehee was taken down. They are going to be losing loads of players. Stinky trying his best to get the point, but oh, too close. Not enough. So decent push coming out from TMG. They did not have any charge for the side of MJM, so very, very good defense coming up from MJM. You see Sphere trying his best to take down the medic, but the medic does back out together to reunite with Teehee. So it does look like the Lighthouse is going to go back into MJM, but once again, the TMG players, they did have that forward spawn. With B coming up a little bit too late, he's going to be spawning a little bit far behind, but majority of the TMG players did get that forward spawn. So they will be able to contest mid once again. Sphere being the first one to mid to try to take down as many people or dish out as much damage as possible. There we go. So he does get destroyed with a lovely rocket coming up from WhatsApp apparently. B with the aggressive bomb down onto Himari. Himari eats loads of damage down to 31 health. Does back out to see live to see another day. Rusty does get destroyed as well, so lots of players are going to be dropping from the side of TMG. Currently only Sinky, Teehee and Deadstar, the only players up, with Sinky going down as we speak. And MJM, very, very strong coming in. It does look like they will get the midpoint without any issue.
Well, this is a full Uber advantage for Majiami, so it's going to be a free second for them as well, as long as they don't make any mistakes.
Yep, so Cabbage of Love is still going to be maintaining on Sniper. I think they are just going to be waiting for the forward spawn. Yeah, so they are just waiting for the forward spawn, and there they go, back onto Scout to push forward. So once again, Lighthouse, of course, will be given to them unhindered. They do have that full Uber charge. Once they capture this, they could possibly just push the last straight away, but it doesn't seem like they're too keen to go forward into the Lighthouse, despite having that full Uber advantage.
Deadstar is running Sniper.
The control point is being contested.
Right, hopping onto Deadstar right now. Tries to see if he can get anything at all. There we go, Lighthouse will go into the hands of MJM. They do still have that lovely Uber charge on hand. We do see the players rotating down into the lower lobby. Deadstar tries to get the pick down, but it's just not enough. He misses his shot. Himari is going to be the first one in together with the other Solly. Moonlit, I believe. So we do see a sentry. No sentries at all. So MJM do push forward. They wipe the entire team. And that is going to be an easy last point for them.
I think that was a very good rotation by MJM's combo during the last fight. They just went under and TMG just didn't expect it.
Yeah, so very, very good plays coming up from MJM where they rotate down below instead of coming out from the usual shutter area. They did have the rest of the players coming in from that side, but the TMG players were probably too focused on the Uber couple. So the other team, the other MJM players could just come in and just lay down the damage. Aggressive bomb coming in, takes down Asan straight away, but B does follow shortly after, going to heaven together with Asan hand in hand. Rusty is going to be taken down to 68 health. He's going to slowly regen his way back up into the healthy range. Mid-fight is still going to be underway. Both teams do lose a couple of players, but slight number advantage into the hands of TMG, with MGM players dropping down Sphere as well as Big Head, followed by Cabbage of Love. Currently only Moonlit, Asan and Himari are the only players up here are going to back out to Lighthouse. So of course both teams do still have that Uber charge on hand. And once again, just gonna wait and see for a pick pop drop. Scouts are going to try to capture Lighthouse straight under the nose of MJM. Their Uber is going to be popped though. Both teams do have their Uber popped. Himari's Uber is going to end before Rusty's does. But there we go. All the frags are going to be coming out right now. MJM are losing loads of players. 3-4 players down. Currently only Himari and Big Head. Well, not Big Head anymore. Only Himari up, going back into spawn to stay alive. TMG players, Himari going on to Pyro this time around. Try their best to defend the final point. But there we go, it goes into the hands of TMG. So 10 minutes and 16 seconds left on the clock for the server. Current score is going to be 2-1 in favor of MJM. Wolf fight is going to be underway right now. B eating quite a bit of damage, as well as Was Up eating loads of damage, down to 30 health. He's going to be destroyed by arrow coming out from Himari. So lovely arrow shots coming out, destroying Was Up. That's going to be one solely down for the side of TMG. BT here are going to be down as well. Currently only Deadstar, Sinky and Rusty the only players up, with Deadstar coming out from Valley and Sinky getting taken down at Choke, so only 2 players up. Deadstar trying to contest Valley once again, just tosses out a couple of scattergun shots, but he is going to be destroyed by Sphere coming out from Choke. So it was a 5-player down during the mid-fight with only Rusty surviving. Good job on Rusty for backing out all the way. He is going to hold on to that lovely Uber charge. Both teams are going to be ready for anything that goes down. Moonlit trying to get the aggressive bomb down onto the Solly, does force the Uber in the end. So both teams do pop their Uber at roughly about the same time. Deadstar and Tihi and Sphere are going to be going down. B follows shortly after, Asan going down as well, so loads of damage getting tossed about, lots of rockets flying into the last point. We do see the Solly already on the point, and nobody could contest that, so there you go, 3-1 in favor of MJM. Very, very quick match.
I think initially in the beginning, Majiami was having trouble with the mids, but they seem to be warming up to the map now. Especially Asan and the scouts, they're really playing around each other.
So lots of team play coming out from MJM. Asan, of course, going to be the demo momentum mid, spamming out all the damage, but he eats the rocket to the face straight away from B. Big hit does go down for MJM as well. B being the first one to bite the dust for TMG, with Sinky getting really low, Deadstar getting low as well. Sinky is going to be buffed up by his medic, so the midpoint does look like it's going to go into the hands of TMG. They do have that sizable number advantage as well. 3 players going down for the side of MJM, with only 2, I believe, for TMG. So they are going to have the midpoint. They are going to have that Uber up very, very quickly. Himari currently only at 90% though, but they will be able to counter this charge if they decide to pop it anyway. So the force is going to go down. There we go. MGM gets forced their Uber charge. Solly trying to bomb onto TMG players to get that pop as well. They are going to back out to last. So Rusty held on to his Uber charge. They are going to still have that lovely 100% charge, but they are going to drop loads of players. The only player up being Rusty and Tihi, and Rusty gets forced. So there we go. The Uber advantage is going to go into the hands of Himari, currently at 22% against Rusty. He's a 1-2-3. So Lighthouse goes back into the hands of MJM. So the other mid fight that went down went into the favor of MJM, so they do capture the midpoint once again. They are going to make their way forward. They will have their Uber up slightly earlier compared to Rusty, currently only at 90%. So they could possibly go in to get a force down to negate Rusty's charge. So if Rusty eats enough damage, the force is going to go down. He does eat a little bit of damage, but it's fine.
He
Himari
gets the force off.
Yeah, so Himari gets forced, and there we go. The Uber is going to be traded. The Solis are going to jump away, try to run, and there we go. The rockets coming in onto Himari gets taken down. That's the medic down for MJM. That force coming up from TMG definitely. Oh no, it doesn't matter anyway. The scout and the devilman go all the way to last, and that's another point into the hands of MJM.
TMG were just too focused on getting Himari there, and they just got punished.
Yeah,
like I said earlier,
watch the back.
You have to watch the back.
So there we go. The last point goes in the hands of MJM. Too focused on taking out the medic, you forget that there's actually an objective to the map. Watch out for your points. So Asan is going to be at mid once again, tossing out those stickies. Pretty sure we are going to see B with the aggressive bomb once again. There he is in the air. Tries to get the rockets down onto Asan, but he is going to be taken out instead. Big hit does go down for the side of MJM as well. So that is going to be a 2-player Solis down for both teams. with What's Up falling shortly after and Moonlit falling shortly after. So those going to be the Solly's down. Deadstar is going to be a sniper, but he's going to be destroyed and taken out. MJM do have that number advantage as well as a medic still alive. So Rusty was taken down during the mid-fight exchange. Full Uber into the hands of MJM once again. This is going to be a 3 point going to them. The lighthouse is going to go into the hands. All they have to do is just push forward very aggressively, and there you go. Last point is going to go into the hands as well. So they are just the only thing they have to do is wait for the rest of the players to spawn. All they have now are the 2 scouts up front. The Solly is going to make his way in as well. So they do still have that very sizable advantage. Deadstar is still a sniper, so just going to maintain our perspective on him for the moment to see if he can get any picks going down for his team. Aggressive Solly bombs coming in from Majiami. Moonlit does get taken down. Uber is going to be popped for MJM. They do try to take down as many players as possible. They are going to try to stack the point as well, but they have to get rid of Rusty if they want anything to be done. Big hit gets denied and destroyed. Rusty does get taken down as well, but there we go. 5-1 in favor of MJM. So they did do a very good job clearing out all the people with that Uber charge that they had. Rusty, of course, poor little Rusty didn't have charge to defend himself, so the point, of course, will go to the hands of MJM, bringing the score 5-1.
Huge stickies by Asan there, almost getting T-hit, but gets taken down by B.
Yeah, so we've been seeing B doing that very aggressive bomb, bouncing off the wall, going straight all the way to their choke, and lots of lovely rockets coming out from Moonlit, taking down a couple of players for the side of TMG. And it does look like TMG only do have Deadstar up, so it's going to be a 5-man wipe. Deadstar going to be all alone, gets finished off during the mid-fight, so it's a full wipe for the side of TMG. So of course, once again, Lighthouse is going to go into MGM's hands very easily. Still no off-classing scene for the side of TMG, not a single NG heavy sniper or spy at the moment. Most probably Deadstar is going to be a sniper. Nope, no, he's still going to maintain a scout. No, there you go, he is going to be a sniper. So just gonna see and wait and see if Deadstar can get any picks at all once again. Of course, the full Uber is gonna go into the hands of MGM, and there you go, they are gonna come in extremely aggressively. Lovely air shot coming out from Big Head, takes down B straight away. Teehee follows shortly after. Lots of players trying to flood onto the point, trying to defend it for their team. TMG are gonna be losing 4 players, 5, make that a full wipe. And there you go, this match is going to go into the hands of MJM, bringing the score 6-1. That's a 5-point lead, so there you go, into the favor of MJM for the second map as well. MJM remains undefeated.
I think overall this just shows how Majiami is the strongest team, not only because of their DM, but also their ability to think up what they should do on the fly, especially after they lost that first round.
Yeah. So like you mentioned as well, you know, they had to have a slow but steady warm up for CP Sunshine. Once they got used to the map, you see they were practically dominating all the mid fights, despite, you know, players like B jumping in and just trying to destroy as many players as possible.
Although those jumps from B, I think it's pretty questionable that Majiami is not putting a scout on left, because every mid Asan dies to B.
Right.
And like, if they just put one scout there, this would never happen.
Yeah, so all they had to do was just have a scout for the anti-air, just to prevent any bombings coming in from B. So if they had done that, Asan would have probably lived throughout the mid-fights and just, you know, take them down, basically. But yeah, so that is going to be it for tonight. TMG going up against the MJM, with MJM taking both maps, CP Snakewater as well as CP Sunshine. Shout out to both teams, very good performance coming up from MJM once again, remaining undefeated, taking both maps in week 4 as well. So MJM definitely the team to look out for, to go to the finals for sure. They haven't been defeated at all. Right, so is there anything you want to add in?
Nope.
All right, so yeah, so looking forward to more matches coming out from MJM, of course, as well as TMG. TMG, good plays coming out from them. We have been seeing lovely rockets coming out from both teams. So of course, I would like to thank Himari for covering for me while I was away.
Thanks for having me,
Yeah,
man.
so thank you for providing some coverage as well for CP Snakewater. Look forward to possibly doing more casts with you. So thank you. Right, so that is going to be it for tonight. Thank you all you lovely people inside Twitch chat as well. MJM is going to take both maps, Sunshine as well as Snakewater. So that will be it for this week, I believe. Week 4, the matches that we will be providing coverage for. Look forward for the matchups for week 5. So cheers, see you guys.